All right, now in this video, we're going to go the opposite than we did in one of the previous videos. This says we're going to create a Venn diagram using the information from the tree diagram. So now we have a tree diagram that's already filled out, and we want to transport that information into a Venn diagram, okay? So let's look at this tree diagram. It says that the total number of people are 173, and it looks like that they're split up into male and female. It says 110 of them are male and 63 of them are female. If we add 110 plus 63, we get 173. Of the 110 males, 78 of them are employed. That means they have a job. 32 of them are not employed. That means they do not have a job. And if you add 78 plus 32, you get 110. Of the 63 females, 43 of them are employed and 20 of them are not employed. So here's what we have. We have 78 employed males, 32 not employed males, 43 employed females, and 20 not employed females, okay? If we come over here, you can see that our two circles, our two categories, are male, and the other one is employed. And so what's going to happen is this area in the middle here where they overlap, this is where we're going to put those that are male and employed. So basically, in here, we're going to put both. If you are both male and employed, well, here's male, here's employed, that's 78. So we're going to put a 78 in there because that middle section represents this here is everyone that is both male and employed. So that's 78. So we're going to put a 78 here. This section here is going to be for those that are male but are not employed. They're not going to go in this circle. So male but not employed. Well, here's male and here's not employed, and that's 32. So we're going to put a 32 here. If we add these two together, we get 110, and that's 110 males. That's right here. Here, we're going to put everyone that's employed but not male, because this part is not included in this circle. It's only in this circle. So employed but not male. Not male means female. So employed and female. Well, that's here. Employed female is this one, 43. And then this whole area out here on the outside of both of the circles, that's everyone who is not male and not employed. That's female, not male, so female, and not employed. Well, here's female, here's not employed, 20. So we're going to put a 20 here. And so that's basically what you do. To go from a tree diagram into a Venn diagram is you're really just splitting up these four numbers here, 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 and here, okay? And then we could, like we've done before, we could do probability. We could say, well, what's the probability of male? And so what we would do is we would put this over the total, and if we add up 32 plus 78 plus 43 plus 20, we get 173. So it'd be 173, and then the total number of males. Well, here's male, the total number is 110. Another way to get 110 is we could take all the males, 32 plus 78, that equals 110. And then we would go to a calculator and we do 110 divided by 173. So 110 divided by 173, and that is 0.6358. So 0.6358, okay? And then the probability of female is like the same thing as saying not the probability of not male. Well, what we could do is we could just do 1 minus 0.6358, because the probability of male is this, and all probabilities add up to 1. So 1 minus the probability of male is the probability of female, which would be 1 minus 0.6358, and that's 0.3642. 0.3642. We could also do the probability of employed, and we could also do the probability of not employed. Let's do the probability of not employed. Not employed. Okay. Well, we know that the total is out of 173, so we'd put 173 on the bottom. Up here, we need all of the not employed. Well, what we could do is we could add up 20, because here's not employed, and here's not employed. So 32 plus 20, that's 52. 52. Another way to do it is here's employed, this is not employed, and this is not employed. So 32 plus 20 is 52, and then we could put that in the calculator. And that's how we make a Venn diagram given a tree diagram.